Welcome back to Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I am your host, Mr. Durite, and today's show, the world's greatest community. And I will tell you all you need to know about it right after this.
Attention bubbleheads, sailors, and all military personnel. Enjoy truish, lighthearted, and funny adventures from life at sea, told by Mr. Durite himself. So pack your sea bags and rig your ship for dive. It's time for another sea story with Mr. Durite. I think they're ready for you. Take it away, Mr. Durite. Visit DuriteProduction.com, follow the Facebook page, and subscribe to our channel, shipmates.
Now you're probably asking yourself, Mr. Durite, the world's greatest community, what could that be? You're watching Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I usually talk about Navy stuff. And if I'm not talking about Navy stuff, I'm talking about military stuff. So if you put two and two together, and then you divide that by 8, you get me, the one that's telling you that the military is the world's greatest community. That's right, you already know that. If you didn't know that, you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be watching my show if it wasn't. And so this show is for you guys and gals that watch my show because y'all are a part of the world's greatest community. Now I got 4 reasons, 1, 2, 3, 4 reasons why that is so, and I'm going to get into that. The first reason is servitude. Now, no matter why you join, either for money, and I don't know why you would join for money because you ain't making no money, for college, for duty, because a family member did it and you want to do it too, no matter what reason you joined, once you got in there, you got your act together, you learned your job, and you pulled your weight. And we all came together to become a force to be reckoned with. Yes or no? If I'm wrong, leave me a comment, because you know y'all leave me a comment in a second. But if I'm wrong, leave me a comment and say, Mr. Durite, you are full of shit. And I'll wait for that comment. I'll wait and I'll tally them up. And then I'll put a scoreboard up here to see how many people think that I'm full of shit. Full of shit for this. Maybe other things, but I'm talking about this. Keep your comments to yourself on the other stuff. Whatever. The second reason is family. Now, we all know the military is structured, but it still ran pretty much like a family. Let's take a ship. The captain, basically the head of the household. He's the guy that we trying to impress and do stuff for. He tells us what to do, knows everything, and that's the father figure of the boat. I don't know what the XO is supposed to be, maybe the mother, but don't tell him I said that, because then I'll never be able to get down on a boat. But it's run like a family. You got a bunch of big brothers, big sisters, things like that, and that's how it runs. Now, I say family because we give each other a lot of shit, just like brothers and sisters would. However, let somebody outside the family say something and watch what the hell happens. And you know what I'm talking about. So, keep that in mind, family. The third thing, pride. Now, it's funny. You may not always get that pride from outside sources. You know, you'll get somebody, oh, thank you for your service and things like that. And that's cool. But you definitely get that pride from within. You know, you feel proud. The people that standing on the side of you are proud. When you accomplish something, they proud of you. You proud of them. I tell you what, we may do some tearing down, but we also do a lot of building. And we build each other up every day. Even all of us that's been out, we still do it. And you know, it's funny. I was perusing the internet, because I like to peruse. And I was on Facebook, imagine that. And somebody sent me a link to like somebody's page. So, you know, I look at it because I want people to like my page. And I can't ask somebody to like my page if I don't go and like somebody else's page, right? So I went on the page. I don't remember the name of the page, but it was a veteran. And they were talking about volunteering to help other veterans with PTSD. Now, the guy told a story about this veteran that was outside his fire station because he was a firefighter. And the guy, it was 4th of July, fireworks was going off, and the guy that was outside the fire station had a flashback, pretty much. You know, he was traumatized. He couldn't move. He was frightened out of his mind, and he couldn't stop crying. So the firefighter saw this and went out there and went and talked to him. He had just got back from Iraq, and pretty much all of that stuff was still fresh in his mind. So he went out there and he comforted that man. And by talking to him, the man got over it and was able to carry on with his family and stuff. And then later on got some help. Now, he said that he never saw that guy again. Didn't know him from Adam. Probably never will see him again. But at that moment, he was able to help that veteran move on. Now, what makes that story that much more important is he had a friend in another state that came across the same situation, or heard of the same situation, and no one was there to help him when he had his episode, and basically he killed himself. Now, if we're not there for each other, able to relate to each other, able to talk to each other, then who's going to do it? And I think we take pride in taking care of our own. I think so. Like I said, leave a comment if I'm full of shit. But I think so. And the last reason why we are the greatest community is commitment. You know, honor, courage, commitment. You remember that? They drilled it in us, and it was like, why we always got to say this? Man, we always saying this. We always doing that in the Sailor's Creed. Well, it's a reason why. Because that instills that commitment in you. Even if you didn't have it, it instills it in you. By the end of your enlistment or what do officers do? Sign up? I don't know. I ain't no officer. Don't ask me. But at the end of it, you know what those words mean. You live those words. So that's the reason why. So even though we may bitch and moan about being at sea or doing some crappy job or whatever, we wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know how many times I'll read a comment from somebody on Facebook, you know, telling me they like my videos, and they'll say, man, you know, I haven't thought about that in years, or man, I miss doing that on the boat. I mean, we may not want to be back out to sea. We may not want to be scrubbing decks or any of this other stuff. But man, if we went back, could go back into time and do it all over again, we probably would. Because if we didn't, who would? And I don't think we would want it any other way, right? Because we have that commitment built into us now. That's the commitment we trying to pass on to other people. You know, that's the commitment that we display to everyone around us, and they see that in us. And that's why these guys dress up and try to steal valor, because they see who the real heroes are, right? I mean, a real hero is committed. A real hero has pride in himself and others. A real hero has a sense of family. You know what I'm saying? A real hero has a sense of servitude, because he's doing for others instead of just for himself. So here we are in the world's greatest community. Now, somebody probably be out there like, Mr. Durite, you don't know what you're talking about. You just saying a bunch of crap, you know, or they'll say, let's see, what would they say? Let's think about that for a second. What would they say? Because you know them haters out there. Them haters come out the woodworks like rats. You know, Mr. Durite, you so full of shit. You ain't really saying nothing. You ain't really doing nothing. You just wasted my time with this video. Yeah, I wasted your time. But I tell you what, go out on the street corner and see if somebody's going to tell you that. See if anybody tell you that. You know, I'm telling you so you can hear it, so you can say I heard it, and then you can continue on the chain and tell somebody else. You know, ain't nobody going to appreciate you like we appreciate you. Ain't nobody gonna do you like I do you. Was that bad? Don't listen. Go back and not listen to that part, all right? Last thing. This is the last thing. And there's a reason why I came up with this show, because as I was damn, how y'all say that word? Perusing? Is that right? Sure. As I was perusing Facebook, I'll leave that other part on there for the bloopers. As I was perusing Facebook, I came across this video of this female Marine. And apparently they have to do this long hike. I'm not a Marine, so I don't know. She had the backpack on and everything. And man, she was catching hell. She was right there at the finish line. And she was trying to muster up the strength to finish. She never quit. Not once. Nor did anybody get out there and help her. Now, anybody else outside of our great community, they would say, oh, this is horrible. You know, they just looking at her. Guys just walking past her. Sure. All that happened. But what they don't see is all those people encouraging her to make it on her own. She made it. That means that if she was in the field with somebody and they went down, she's going to do whatever it takes to get them out of there. Are you kidding me? So, I got that video, and I'm going to put it right after this so you can watch it. I'm not even going to put a link. I'm going to put it in this video so you can see it. And then you'll probably say, oh, well, she can't carry all that stuff. I don't want to be out there in the field with her. You know what? Not everybody can do everything that everybody else can do. And that's fine. Everybody bring their own skill set to the job, right? So, okay, you can pack 100 miles, up a mountain with a backpack on your back. That's great. What else can you bring? Do you know military strategy? Can you filter water through your drawers or something? I don't know. Bear with me now, but what else do you bring? Sure, you can backpack. Maybe she got something that she can bring. Maybe she can't backpack, but shit, she probably could do something else. And what's wrong with that? You need that. You need every skill you could get when you in battle, or you out to sea, or you in a foxhole, or you getting your ass shot at. You need everything you can get. And to sit here and say, oh, well, she can't even backpack 100 miles. You know what? That's why God made cars. Anyway. You might make me ready to walk off this set. Anyway. Man, that's the show for today. I just wanted to do that. I know y'all like when I be flipping out. So I figure I'd do me a little flip out episode and stuff. I don't need Chief Square Away or anybody to come out here. I can flip out on my own. I got the hat on though. You see that? You what it say? What it say? And somebody said, somebody sent me a message on Facebook. They said USS America, and they sent me the link to the ship and everything. Look, let's not confuse it. It's not USS America. It's USS America. No, I'm saying it wrong. It's USS America. M. Remember that. Anyway, thanks for checking me out. This is Sea Stories with Mr. Durite with your host, Mr. Durite. Until next time, peace. Let's just look at a boat. The boat, you got the captain, but the captain was pretty much the father of the ship. And a lot of times we did stuff for the, I don't know, that's stupid. I ain't going to say that. Scratch that.
Come on, get up. Get up. You got it.
You got it, man.
Come on, you got it.
Come on, man. You got it.
Touch her.